Hello, welcome back to the vlog. I'm Kristen and thanks for tuning in. So today was a pretty good day. I got up early this morning and met my triathlon friend over in Middleton to do a little run together. And she's pretty speedy, so I kind of considered the run to be like my speed workout for the week. Normally I try to do one speed workout for running and for swimming and for biking each week, and so I like soft consider it my speed workout for the week, so it works. So I got that done, and then a meeting got canceled and my car inspection got kind of canceled, missed, whatever. My car actually got pretty bad hail damage from some storms that were in Madison last week or a couple weeks ago, so I think all the car companies are kind of swamped right now, so that's something I'm kind of working on figuring out. But yeah, I got some remote work done, and then this afternoon I hit up a bunch of thrift stores. I haven't been shopping in a while, and I just kind of wanted to see what options were out there. If you didn't notice, I moved my room around a little bit. So my bed's in a new place, and I'm kind of trying to envision some more like smaller furniture that I could put in different places. So that was one of the objects of my thrifting today. Was I kind of wanted to scope out the furniture vibes, see if anything would really fit my room. And then I also wanted to look at some, summer clothing, dresses, that kind of thing. And I wasn't super successful, which was a little bit frustrating because I don't really thrift very often. I don't really shop very often. But when I do, it's like, okay, I'm doing the thing, like it's almost like I should be successful. And like previous times I've been really successful, but it was okay. And in some ways it's nice. I'm saving money. But a little disappointing to spend the afternoon kind of going to different spots and not finding much. So I went to the St. Vinny's in Verona, which is pretty good. I like that one. It's kind of farther away from like campus and stuff, so I feel like it's less picked through. And I always find something to try on or something interesting that I like. I didn't get anything from there today, but then I went to the Goodwill in Verona as well, and I found a cute jean mini skirt. And I was really debating getting it, but I was just like, I think it's one of those things that you're only gonna wear like once or twice in the summer, and it's just not worth spending the money on something that you're just not really gonna wear all the time. So I let that one go. Still a little bit sad about it, but I'll get over it. So then I traveled over to the, I passed another St. Vinny's kind of by Westtown Mall, so I stopped in that, and that one was all right. I kind of started to feel some pressure of time, so because I had a work event this evening, so then I didn't take a ton of time in there. And then I went to TJ Maxx, which I actually did find some items. I found this tank top with this big flower on, which kind of looks kind of funny, and I was like, this is kind of odd, but I thought that it had style, so I got it. And I also think it'll be really comfy, and I'll probably mostly wear it at home. I found this cute white tank top, which is very pretty and feminine, and I liked it. And then this green dress. So we'll see what I end up wearing these things to, but always nice to have kind of summery items, and relatively inexpensive. I just like going to secondhand stores and buying things that aren't brand new because someone probably only wore it once or twice or didn't like the fit of. And I think that especially the past like year or two, I've been really conscious of how many clothes I'm buying and what's in my closet and getting rid of things that I just don't wear and don't need. I kind of like sometimes think about just filling up my suitcase with the things that I love and wear all the time, and then living out of my suitcase for a week just at home, and then getting rid of the other stuff. Because I don't know, like, I think that sometimes it can be kind of cluttering in your mind if you have a lot of things that you don't really need. And I just have a lot of stuff, so I'm kind of trying to figure out ways to get rid of things that just aren't of any use to me anymore. So that's been an interesting process, and it's also affected the way I shop, because sometimes I find things that I like, but like I don't love it, you know? And it's so easy to just get it, but really, like, it's a lot of money to be spending on things that you just don't really care about. And so whenever I'm undecided about a piece, I just let it go and figure I'll find something better later, or if I really am still thinking about it in 2 weeks, I can go back and get it or find it or try to find it or something. That happened with a pair of jean shorts that I had found at TJ Maxx that I really liked, but like I just didn't love, and I just didn't know like what great pieces in my closet could go with it. So I just said no to it, and maybe I'll be back, who knows. But yeah, so I would say it was a good shopping trip. Again, I didn't get a ton of things. I'm glad that I didn't. And I feel good about my summer closet. Yeah, and maybe, you know, in a few weeks or a month or so, I'll go back, hit those spots up again and see what I can find. But yeah, pretty good day, traversing through town. And sometimes it can be kind of, you know, long. You're just looking through all these racks of clothes, but honestly, I find it kind of fun and enjoyable. And I like that everything's so unique, you know, like when you go to a typical like clothing store, there's just like 8 of the same thing, just of different sizes, and like, you know, that's interesting or whatever, but it's like, it's just not unique, you know? Other people could be wearing the same thing, which I guess is the whole like reason to go thrifting, or, you know, people think that thrifting is so cool because you can find vintage things, which is true. But yeah, I don't know, I guess when I thrift, I try to look for things with more personality now. So that's been kind of an interesting journey from how I used to shop prior. So and it's also interesting to kind of move out of college and move out of college clothes and start to think of like, well, most of the time you're wearing work clothes now. And so on the weekends, that's 1 or 2 days of the week, you're wearing outside clothes or whatever. And so it kind of makes you question how many of those outside clothes you need, and makes you really want to find pieces that you love and then just get rid of the other ones, because there's no use holding on to things that just sit collecting dust or that you wear once a year. So that's what I've really been trying to minimize in my own closet. Often I will just decide, okay, I'm gonna pick a couple items, I'm gonna put them in this bag on the ground, and then for 2 weeks, I'm not gonna touch that bag. Or if I do need to touch the bag and pull out something, then I know that I used that item. And if I don't, then I'm just gonna get rid of it, because clearly I'm not using it. Which, it gets tricky with like sweaters and stuff, because, you know, in Wisconsin it's very warm in the summer and very, very cold in the winter. So you do kind of have to compartmentalize and be like, okay, yes, my sweaters are going away for the next couple months, my tank tops are out, and that's okay to have, you know, 2 closets, I suppose. But, you know, keeping it all minimal to the amounts that you really need is very important. So that's what I've been working on the past year or two. It's helpful when you have to move, because then you're like, wow, I have so much stuff and I want to get rid of it all, and I just wish I could throw it all away. Not really, but, you know, a little bit. So, you know, it's kind of that spring cleaning time. probably go through my closet again and just be like, okay, I didn't wear any of these things this winter, so they're going. And then hopefully someone else can find some better use in them because I'll be donating it all. So anyways, those are some of my thoughts on thrifting and fashion. I don't have a very distinct fashion sense or style, but I'm always working on it and always trying to build my own style. I think it's so fun to try different outfits, but find the things that make me comfortable and happy is always the most fun. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you later.